It is channel update time. Yippee. Last month, March 2024, celebrated my 14-year anniversary of doing Let's Get On With It, where I sometimes, occasionally, possibly, potentially, maybe, get on with it, and I remain, in perpetuity, Grimith. Perhaps one day the name will be changed, but maybe not. Were I to do it again, I would have a different name. But there are many things that could be different if I were to do it again. Like not even doing this at all. What have we done this month? I made mention of some retro-futuristic game in the last update. That didn't happen. I made mention of Sinclair Lewis's It Can't Happen Here. I've read through that. I should say I skimmed through that again on my own to evaluate whether it would be worth doing a series on and the labors I would need to perform to do the series, and I'm not sold on the idea. My attitude toward the book has changed, and also there are considerations I would have to make for reading a book that, while yes, is in the English language, was published in 1935, and the English language therein is a century old. Some words mean the same. Others have softened with the progression of time. Others have hardened with the progression of time. Others have merely changed with the progression of time. And others have remained terrible over the progression of time, and that has remained constant. Like, how much do I want to read? How do I wish to handle some language? There are some words I don't know how to pronounce. Will I look those up beforehand? How will I divide that up? So that, chuck that into the bin. We might pull it back out and dust it off, but for now, it's in the bin. As I suppose is Reign of the Star Kings. I certainly have had plenty of time this month. I've merely not felt like telling a story through Reign of the Star Kings. You can perhaps wait to see on that, as you have been. Maybe the spark will return to me. Maybe it won't. We shall see. What have we done this month? Well, for one, I transferred over a playthrough of Might and Magic 6, 7, and 8 merged using the revamp branch provided by CTHSCR. The first 9 sessions of this 12-session broadcast occurred last year. Of the final sessions of it, the final 3 occurred this year. It was an extensive break. But since it all got done, I decided to transfer it over. Some folks particularly enjoyed it and embarked on their own merge adventures. If you would like to see some more fiddling around with Might and Magic Merge, you could let me know. But you could, if you are willing to brave or dodge the innumerable Twitch adverts. You can see this collection. I actually made a collection again. It's been a few years. I haven't found them to be a meaningful expenditure of my time. Trying out the mod for Might and Magic Merge, which is an immense modification, and I go into what all there is. If you wanted to see tracking shots and turbo-fast monsters and some real crazy, like, item progression, that's there. I've also played around with the mod in my own time since then. It's recently gotten a huge overhaul, but for more information, look over at that. README is provided over there. That's stuff that will not be transferred over to YouTube. I doubt I will ever broadcast mod again, but if I do, I would be hard-pressed to transfer that to YouTube as well. It's even difficult for me to recommend it as more than a curiosity. I'm a part of the mod Discord, and it just... it's an interesting experience. There. I said that diplomatically. What else did we get cracking on this month? Dungeon Mans. Visiting 1.2, which came out several months after my Fighter Man's run ended last year, and has been updated over the course of this playthrough. This run started with a fresh continent, but the same academy, and a new character, allowing me to use all of the cool shit that my Fighter-Mans had gathered and putting it to work. What this has meant is that this new character, Jarek Veermal, with whom I have pursued necromancy in game, has had an immense, like buff, so far ahead of the competition, like level-wise, and has resulted in few, like, challenges. Naturally, as we like level up and enemies start equaling, if not surpassing my gear, that's when the shit has gotten real. And I can most definitely assure you, this video titled "Oh," with this thumbnail being like it is, you know, if I'm to do any more Dungeon Mans, maybe it'll be with the same continent, maybe it'll be with a new continent. It will definitely be with a different start than Necromancy. It has been interesting to explore, and it has been fun to explore as someone who is into necromancy and has pursued the necromantic arts, and let's get on with it, and let's get on with it live. But it's not fulfilling enough for me to do again, this whole necromantic practice. I talk about that more in that playthrough, though, if you're interested in that. I understand why you may have shunted away. Dungeon Mans came out a decade ago. I did a pretty full playthrough of the main story of the game last year, and this character has turbocharged and started off being incredibly powerful. Well, that's much less so now. Much less so. Right, Jarek? Yeah, right. What else do we have? Well, we have Might and Magic World of Zine, a combination of Clouds of Zine and Dark Side of Zine. I've got the episode 13 published just recently, and episode 14 is about to go up in 39 minutes from now. Yeah. With World of Zine, I've been sitting down, like, here's my short focus session of 1 to 2 videos. Done. Let's get that out there. Publish it quick. Wait at least a few days. Then sit down and decide where I go next. I have not played the game in decades, so it is similar in that regard to Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. I have watched it played in that time since. I have read it played in that time since. And we're seeing what's in the memory banks and also experiencing the Macintosh version of World of Zine. And I've been enjoying that experience. It's been very worthwhile. 4 and 5, as they are unofficially numbered. World of Zine still holds up, though there are definitely quirks to it. Problems I had even when I first experienced it in the 6-pack edition back in 1998. I talk about that stuff with the intro. The basics. Finally, there has been a new life in Pelican Town, Stardew Valley version 1.6 Plus. This series is notably different, not just from Dungeon Mans and World of Zine, but from every other series I have done for my channel. It has been a unique experience. It is already one of my more favorite playthroughs of the channel, and it most assuredly is not done. It is an open-ended sandbox, but with guided direction and challenges and rails provided by the video game. Taking Stardew Valley, which I find to be excellent, sprinkling in like my personal feelings about the game, which I talk about in the first episode, and stretching it out over a lengthy period of time, over many hours, this playthrough will go, and with how I'm choosing to publish it, over many episodes. This series is not one that can be interactive in the videos themselves, nor will it be interactive in the videos themselves, but instead will be interactive if viewers choose in the comments of those videos. I didn't know whether I would be publishing this series until after I played through the entire spring and a little bit into summer. I waffled over whether I would do that. And just about every series I have felt that way about has been binned. So many dozens of hours across all these years where I have recorded footage, uploaded footage, began to fill out video descriptions, then waited, then waited, then waited, shook my head, and scrapped it all. And this series very much could have been that too. This is a fluke that it started. And I talk about that in the first episode, in the intro for that. But I have chosen to carry through with it with a significant lengthy buffer to shield myself from receiving information about 1.6. For while I do know a considerable amount about Stardew Valley, there is stuff, as you can read over there in the playlist description, that I don't know. I have considered changing the publishing schedule. I have also considered for the first time the prospect of YouTube membershiping, which could allow folks, if I set it up, to view further ahead on the playlist, if they so chose. But as of now, I have decided against that. It will remain published once a day to be there. It will be a long-form story being told. It will not be one viewers can shape directly. It is me and my personal adventure in Pelican Town and Stardew Valley as a whole. We've had a few playthroughs that I've banged most, if not all, out before going on a vacation. Max McMahon's Adventure in Devil's Attorney comes to mind. I had the Caves of Cud Tutorial Man. Cultist Simulator, I got most of that done while I was on a trip. And I did some of Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass while I was on a trip. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass also had a little bit of a buffer due to me not wanting to receive information about that game at all. But this is just, it's so different. It is unique. It stands apart from all the other playthroughs I have done, and it is not complete. It most assuredly is not complete. I'm really pleased by it. And it's going to be there. And will continue to be there. And popping up a couple months from now, even if something should happen to me that would render me unavailable. So that's the what happened this month business. A little bit of broadcasting, but this was really focused on local recordings, with me taking some time to explore other things and not pursuing like those at this time. What are you going to see next month? You're going to see more World of Z. You're going to see more Stardew Valley. And I imagine there will be more Dungeon Mans in whatever edition of it is going to be, as Jim Shepard, the creator of Dungeon Mans, has been patching the game, and elements of that run have been changing, like mid-run. As for anything else, I couldn't say. There is some broadcasting that I would like to do. It's all about mental availability right now, and some physical availability too. A refrain that I have fallen upon this year in the Vampire the Masquerade series I did earlier on is that my time is not my own. We do have some time. I took my Wednesday nights back. There have been no collaborative efforts with Lethal Feline, Zerfall, Mysterious JG on that front. You will have to go elsewhere for them. But if you do want to hear me doing something else with one of them, Lethal Feline and I are, in fact, pursuing something else. Go to Lethal Feline's channel, and you'll see that there is a Potionomics series with @Grimith. That's me. I'm Grimith. How about that? The Potionomics is, it's got a little bit of shop simulator in it. It's got a little bit of deck building and playing cards in it as part of that shop simulator. And it's got a whole hell of a lot of like slice of life dating sim in it as you work to build relations with characters to get access to better items, which you could end up like combining into potions to sell, and also better cards for the deck that you build. While the easiest comparison is Reciteer, which I played through on my channel and had Lethal Feline co-commentate on many years back, I find it difficult to slot into like an easy one-for-one game comparison. I like how I just described it to you with its gameplay elements. My audio quality on it is not the same as what you receive here, but assuredly, no other co-commentator's quality has been what they all dreamed and more on my videos, particularly in years past. So take that for a spin if you're missing me and want to hear me more at a different environment, and it can at least tolerate Lethal Feline. That does it for shit I've been doing this month and will continue into the next month. All other things are subject to the vagaries of my brain. As for how I'm doing, I would say well enough to be doing all of this. A few have expressed surprise, pleasant surprise, mild concern. We're here. The only guarantee is today. We're making use of it right now. If you are interested in potential updates and or boops, I do have a Discord server, which serves to facilitate communication between and among viewers, and has done so since I opened it to the public, July 30th, 2017. A hyperlink you can type into an address bar, which has served me since I was Discord partner for a few years, once upon a time, is discord.gg/Grimith. It is not a hoppin' and boppin' place, but nor is it meant to be. It's also not a completely dead place, which is perhaps ill-fitting for a necropolis, but you've always got to have adventures of mild fun and amusement. All right, that takes care of that sort of avenue. I guess we're on to the money-making portion of what we do here, and let's get on with it. We have update video insults to dole out. I believe I have 29 of them. I read out the folks who've been billed. So here you go. Here's the folks who are last billed. In order of shame. This is a shame order. That's what we do here. We have Applejack. Applejack features as the solo character in the Ma mod for Might and Magic Merge that I broadcasted on Twitch. We have Zachary McKinley, Tiny Shopkeeper, Kalen, Pork and Beans, Necrolotu. You may recognize those names. Maybe. If you've been watching along with the World of Zine. We have Chris Van Beers, Abhorson, Putero, Nexus Nemesis, Magenta Wolf, Luke Butkus, Zier, Shaman, Crazy MLC, Alexi Zalo, Zoran, Green Doom Guy, Maxwell Damage, Trash Panda 420, A Healthy Serving of Mandate Mayonnaise, Augusto de Oliveira, Eric Adams, RM Lightning, Brandon Schneider, Eroding Sun, Azor Rain, Alowin 1980, and Tangled String. You dumb sons of bitches have been doing important things like buying me Oreo Twisters and covering surprise medical costs and helping to cover bills like from minor inconveniences to major problems. Spring is in the air. This air conditioner is going to be uprooted for a checkup. Hot water heater has to be ogled for it has become unreliable. The solo dog now in our possession is continuing to grieve and change over the death of Indy last year. Money is still being paid for the expenses that were incurred during that illness last year. Yeah, so let's get all that could persist without you dumb sons of bitches. But you are improving this necromancer's quality of unlife. That's good, because I do like Oreo twisters. I can eat yogurt and ice cream and cookies. There's so much I can have. And I have partaken this month. Rest assured, I can feel that in my bones from all the calcium. All right. We had a lengthy update video this month. Hell yeah. How about that? What a good time. We'll just use the back bar to take us back to here. Boy, this YouTube interface has changed over all the years, huh? It sure has. But I'm out to maybe go fucking, I don't know, record something else, because that's what I do with my life. I play other video games. Apparently, we're back playing video games. It's a thing we do. It really has been something to have found it again, at least temporarily, the focus and the capability to play a video game alone while communicating simultaneously. There are moments where it is threatened. Nevertheless, I have prevailed thus far. And maybe, perhaps, potentially, possibly, maybe hopefully, possibly hopefully, maybe not hopefully, maybe you're fucking done. We can continue with that. In current and future Let's Get On Adventures, there is more work that could be done. But will it be done? Together with transitional microphone and this computer I have had for a year now, as of April last year. So that would make a year. How about that? We did it. Good job. We may go forward, or it could all crash and burn tomorrow. No day but today. Great. Now I'm like doing like the whole like Rent thing. Ugh. No regret, no day but today. I watched that my freshman year in college. Here we go. Instead of ending the update video, I had a girlfriend who was really into it. I got free tickets courtesy of the program I was a part of as part of the university. I thought it was all right. Didn't resonate with me in any meaningful, like, generational spanning way, I'll say. That was back in early 2007, so it's been a few years. But hey, I seen that more recently than I played World of Zine or Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. No, I definitely did play that last decade. Right, I go into that playthrough. I'm just gonna click stop recording now. Yeah. Take care. One more thing. Bonus. Liberal Crime Squad came up last month. It was the first game I started doing Let's Get On Adventures with. I discussed in the last update why I don't intend to do any more runs of Liberal Crime Squad, recorded or otherwise. Well, Pan Anning decided that he was going to do Liberal Crime Squad and broadcast it. And when I discovered this partway through his first stream, I did a hard right. I Kool-Aid manned into his Discord and joined him for co-commentary for the rest of that first stream and then for the second and final broadcast of it. If you would like to experience Liberal Crime Squad again and would like to hear my voice in it, yeah, go ahead and give this one a spin. I do like Pan Anning. It's just the two of us. Did we make it? Provisionally. I believe Pan has a fresh scar or two. I had some great laughs. Understandably, this does cater towards him and his channel and his broadcast. I'm not the one running the show. That doesn't stop my motherfucking face from trying. Yeah, just thought I'd throw that in. I'll link that in the video description. All right, now, bye for realsies.